The night nothing happened. Most people never remember the nights when nothing goes wrong. They remember accidents, they remember emergencies, they remember moments that demand attention. But this story is about a night that passed quietly and why that mattered. Late one evening, a security guard sat alone in a building that had already gone dark. The lights were dim, the hallways were empty, everything looked exactly the way it was supposed to. As part of his routine, he checked the monitors, one by one, floor by floor. Most people would have done it on autopilot, but on one screen, something felt off. Not broken, not alarming, just delayed. A door sensor took a second longer than usual to update. No alert, no warning, just a hesitation that most people would not even notice. He leaned closer. He watched the feed again. The system eventually corrected itself. Everything returned to normal. That should have been the end of it. But instead of moving on, he wrote it down. A single line in a log that hardly anyone ever read. Brief delay on West Access panel. No fault found. Then he finished his shift and went home. The next morning, an engineer saw the note. Out of curiosity, more than concern, they decided to run a test. That's when they found it. A rare timing error. One that only happened under very specific conditions. One that would have gone completely unnoticed until it didn't. If the system had failed the following night, it wouldn't have triggered an alarm right away. It would have opened a window, a small one, just long enough. Long enough for someone to enter without being seen. Long enough for a problem to quietly become a disaster. Instead, the flaw was fixed before anyone ever knew it existed. No announcement was made, no credit was given, the building never made the news, and the security guard never found out how close that night came to being remembered. Years later, someone reviewing old logs came across that single sentence. It stood out because of how ordinary it was, and next to it, someone had written a note in the margin. This is why we pay attention. Because sometimes the most important stories aren't about what happened, they're about what didn't.